Destination Recreation takes us to Waterbury this week, where a group of boating enthusiasts are meeting this weekend to race. But as Kat Viglienzoni found out, they'll actually be staying on land to do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It isn't exactly a sprint at the start on Waterbury Reservoir Friday. That's because right now Mother Nature isn't cooperating.
Well, that was messy at the start, but now the wind has come out again a little bit.
Charlie Berry says these boats will eventually work it out, but he's glad he doesn't have one out there.
This is a day I'd rather be doing race director than racing.
There are no motors on these J yachts, so they have to rely on the wind like normal sailboats. The handlers can control the rudder and sails via radio handsets, but that's about it. Gradually, the boats make their way through the red buoys, their start line, and head across the water where another set of buoys marks their turnaround point. They'll finish at the yellow marks. One thing that sets these boats apart is their size.
These boats are about 8.5 feet long, 9 feet long. They're very heavy, they're very big, they're incredibly graceful.
Rob Hill has been racing for 15 years. He started because he was bored. Now he's anything but.
It just grabs you as an activity because it's building and it's sailing, so it's 12 months. And when you're in cold weather climates, the building is a big part of the activity.
That's right. Many of the boats on the water here are built by the men driving them.
If you build a boat that doesn't perform, not so good, headed for the burn pile. For most of us, it has very little value if it does not perform. I mean, there is a degree of competition to this.
Competition that's mostly for bragging rights. It's a big group of friends, so the races are a social occasion, a time to try out the boats or just watch. Aside from some thumb work, it's not a physically demanding activity, but participants say that mentally it's tiring because they have to focus on details for the whole race.
Been doing this for a little while, but I've still got a lot of sailing to learn. And I think everybody would probably say the same thing here.
Tim Stone has his wife and kids to thank for his current racing obsession. They got him a small model, and after a summer, he was hooked. Then, when his friends made the transition to the J yachts, he followed suit. Friday was his third time racing his boat, and he says he's still getting used to it.
Just the size is just unbelievable.
And once the races are done, it's time to take the boats out of the water for some TLC. So then you've really got to be kind of dedicated to want one of these, or is it?
Yes. I think so. A little nuts doesn't hurt either.
Recreation that's a little nuts, but a lot of fun. Kat Viglienzoni, Channel 3 News, Waterbury.
The racing continues today and tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. on the pond behind the Commodore Inn on Route 100 in Stowe. Those boats, much smaller though, called the EC12 class, but there will be more of them, and they encourage people to come watch.